What is up, guys? I am your host, Karel, and this is King of the Hill. Hey, what's up guys, how are you all doing? My name is Kevin and today we are back with another series to the King of the Hill channel. I hope you've enjoyed last week's series with Pro Battles facing off against Smurfblade. Based on the poll, I just had to go for Pro Battles, and clearly if you want to revive a dead channel, there's no better clickbait than going for a series with the name Pro Battles in it. And I think it has worked out. We got a lot of views on that video in a relatively short time, so that's really cool. A lot of comments, a lot of likes, so thank you all for the support. It really helps, and let's hope that we can get another really intense and fun series to watch right here. On the left side we have White Supremacy, also known as TuttleFamily, and on the right side we have dw3iss19, also known as Daniel. So I hope this will be a good series. The last time we saw Tuttle, he was facing off against Smurfblade, and I think that was a decent series, but it had some really low, it had also very bad plays, and I hope this time the plays will be better. Tuttle is instantly going for the pinks, and that's what you love to see. You don't want to give your opponent any second whatsoever on harassing you, so instantly start off, and that's what's gonna put Tuttle at a huge lead. Tuttle actually getting his second ninja up really early, and he's now going no life lost. So what you could see here is that Daniel actually started off with some eco, I believe, and that's the reason why he can't harass early on, and you want to harass round 4 as early as possible, so don't go for that mixed eco, don't do it. So, or at least if you not know what you're doing. So they are both going to get up this second farm, and things are just looking normal. So because this is the early game and we all know what is going to happen, I want to talk about another poll I uploaded. It was the one about Flash in 2021. And oh, actually, let's actually pay attention to the game, because dw3iss actually sold his ninja and got up a double shot. Okay, so that was it. Well, the poll, and I got a lot of views on that. Like I think I got 37 votes the last time I checked. That's an insane amount. So once again, thank you so much for the support on that one. If you didn't know yet, Ninja Kiwi has actually fixed the Ninja Kiwi archive, which you can download on Steam, and then you can play almost all the Ninja Kiwi Flash games. I'm not sure if it works on Mac. I've heard some people who say it doesn't, so I'm still willing to make the tutorial. I'm just not sure when. And also, even if you can play Flash, I'm also going to cover modding and how to mod the game so we can play some fun game modes. But here's round 8. Tuttle is going for region whites, and dw3iss is not really getting up anything. He's going to get up the ricochet. Now he's leaking a lot of lives to the rush, and he's actually there sticking with 68 lives. And dw3iss is like, okay, and I'm just holding off, I'm taking those leaks, and he's now going to get not even ahead in the farms, because Tuttle is being greedy. He just rushed, doesn't have a ricochet, and went for a plantation even before Daniel went for his full farm. Send me more regrowers is what Daniel says, and clearly Tuttle is not going to do that. Tuttle, you're going to get a farm, and he's trying to keep it even with dw3iss while being so aggressive. Tuttle going for even more rushes. He's going for the region zebras, and also Daniel is going for that. Tuttle getting up the ricochet really late. Tuttle, you really need to get more defense up, or otherwise you will leak a lot of lives. He doesn't have a camo. Does Daniel exploit it? And Daniel does not. Tuttle defending there relatively close. If Daniel just persisted with those with his region zebras, then I don't know, man. Close game. Both players have 61 lives. Tuttle going for another farm. Does Daniel actually get baited by that? No, Daniel's also upgrading his farms. This is what I love to see, some old school gameplay where you can see both players are kind of aggressive, they're leaking down and down. The lower the lies, the more intense these games get. Well, Daniel actually went for another plantation. Interesting play. Daniel still in the lead because he defended like a boss on round 11 and 8. And Tuttle going for that rush. He's going to go for a couple of region rainbows, and Daniel sold all of his farms to go for a sabotage plan. Does Daniel get up the position? No, he doesn't do that. He doesn't go. He goes for the bionic boomer, but he defended it relatively easily. Now Daniel is going to go for the counter. He's going to send a couple of medals and then follow up with region ceramics. There's a lot of region ceramics, but does Tuttle's ninja does a good job? He does, and Tuttle defended that counter rush. Doesn't even need to sell all of his farms now. Tuttle has a lot of defense up, and Daniel actually is sticking with only a Bloons TD and a Ricochet, and that's only 110 farm. I don't know why Daniel actually went for that sabotage supply lines. It was so expensive, and just one Ricochet would have been enough, and then get up that Bloons TD. It wasn't that large of a rush, especially not a lot of ceramics underneath. So here's the thing, if they only send 1 or 2 ceramics, if you micro your mortar and get a double jitsu, then double ricochet then you can easily defend ceramics. So they are actually talking to each other in the chat, and we are nearing round 18, and is either player going to finish the other? Because I can't imagine that Tuttle doesn't want to exploit Daniel being so low in farms. I mean, really, like, you can drain Daniel. Come on, Tuttle, do it. Do it. Do it. Tuttle goes for the Moab. Finally, thank you. And let's see how Tuttle is going to defend that. Tuttle is going to sell farm. He's going to sell Ricochet. He's going for a double jitsu. That's what I didn't expect, though. Tuttle, watch out, because you need to ceramic. Oh my god, he distracted all of the ceramics, and now Daniel is going to go for all in fast cooler ceramics. Tuttle goes for the sabotage appliance, gets a second Bloons TD up, and defends it like a boss. Now he's going to go for the counter with the pink balloons, and Daniel calls it GG. Wow, what a game to start of this series. Holy shit. And yeah, honestly, it was just back and forth. Really good decisions by Daniel up till that round 15 defense with his sabotage. That was not a good decision. And then Tuttle going for actually a really nice defense on round 18 with the double jitsu, not getting drained, living on the edge but defending, good early game rushes. And now we are playing on Mondrian, and you can see that Daniel got up a ninja, and Tuttle actually gets up the frag bomb. So Tuttle, he sends a couple of space blues, and now Daniel's going to do the same. You can see his ninjas targeting first for the AI balloons, and so is Tuttle, but Tuttle is leaking in a lot of lives here, at least, I mean 9, 11 lives, 12 for the like round 2 or 3 is actually quite a lot in my opinion. And Daniel actually also doing a bad job at defending these early space blues. That's what you wouldn't expect from a couple of nobleman players. So Tuttle is actually getting up, is seeking shurikens before the rush even starts. He's really trying to limit the lives lost here, and Daniel has his ninja in a... We've talked about a spot a couple of times. I personally don't prefer it, maybe a bit more to the left, because it chases a lot. So what I'm actually the most surprised about is that Daniel picked Mondrian, because Mondrian, I think that it's more like a Tuttle or a Smurfblade map, not really a map for Daniel. But anyway, he's going to go for farms. Wow, they're both going for farms. It's really what I did not expect at all, because I thought that Tuttle and Daniel were both going for eco on this map. Because, well, it's really farms aren't that good on this map. It's really hard to defend rushes here. And because eco can be kind of dangerous, I think it's not really, you can't really get up a lot of farms, go for a large rush, while you can get a lot of eco here. So Tuttle decides to go for a couple of red balloons and then follow up with black balloons, and yeah, that's not gonna do anything because Daniel has those double ninjas. He shreds those reds, like he annihilates them, and then the layering is not effective anymore and he just destroys it. But Tuttle persisting with these blacks and actually getting a fair amount of lives off Daniel. He might even go down to 100 lives. No, he just doesn't. He's sticking with 108 lives, and it's actually, well, low for Montreal, and you're very vulnerable with that amount of lives. And I mean, we are not even at round 8, and that's where things are getting really interesting. Tuttle actually getting up. No, he's holding down that ninja. He got it actually, and now he's going to go for a rush. He's going to do the same thing he did in round 6, but then make it region, and now he's following it up with yellows. And it's Daniel actually getting up a second ninja and a third ninja with Seeking Shuken in the middle, and he leaked down to 86 lives. Like, a really good rush by Tuttle there. I mean, yeah, I mean, if the blacks actually worked fairly well, then clearly if you send region blacks and then follow it up with a couple of yellows, then you can do a lot of damage, and Daniel had to get up a lot of ninjas for that, so that definitely paid off for Tuttle. And Daniel is just up in farms, but then again, Tuttle does have a lot of balloon eco because of his rushing. So Tuttle gets up the mortar, and Daniel doesn't have the mortar yet. And it looks like Tuttle is not exploiting that. Tuttle is leaking to the AI blues, and now Daniel has his mortar up, so Tuttle is going to get a ninja at the top, which I think is quite a good call. I mean, it helps tremendously. Also, it catches the leaks nicely, and you want to micro your mortar as little as possible in this map. But now, because Tuttle is defending these AI balloons very poorly, he is getting closer and closer to the amount of lives Daniel has. Now both players are going for a second frag bomb, which I think is clearly gonna be a cluster bomb. If either player goes for a rush, I definitely can't defend a rob, please don't send. That's what Daniel says. And Daniel does have the bigger blast, but Smurfblade, TuttleFamily, Tuttle doesn't have the bigger blast yet, it looks like. So yeah, I would definitely recommend bigger blast in this map because it's just so short, but that's just my personal opinion. So now you have around 14, and you can see that Ninja D top isn't doing a lot for Tuttle. Tuttle is not microing his mortar, but he does have a double shot in the middle of the track. And Daniel's going to go for a rush. Good one. What is Tuttle going to do? Tuttle is going to spam a couple of ninjas. His ninja just called that top ceramic, but it is an instant region. Is Tuttle going to defend that one? He's going to get another double shot, and he does indeed defend that. Nice micro by Tuttle. And now Daniel is getting up his double shot, and now Tuttle is going to go for a couple of regular ceramics, and now he's going to follow it off region ceramics. Daniel is going to get up a balloon Zichu, and it looks like Daniel actually got all of those balloons nicely damaged, and with the burning stuff and 2 cluster bombs, you are perfectly set. So again, back and forth, around 16 AI lets are coming in. That might cause a lot of leaks because Tuttle is not microing his mortar. He's not doing anything whatsoever, but his double shot, it seems like it's enough. He's leaking a couple more lives, but at this point, it's really not looking good. Tuttle down in the farm, down in defense, selling all of his ninjas. I don't really agree with that decision because the ninjas are really effective against false corner ceramics, which might come out around 18. Daniel now getting up his bomb, which clearly is in preparation of getting a mauler. Tuttle having already the 2-2 bomb ready. So I mean, if neither player goes for a mob, I would be so surprised. And Daniel is going to go for the mob. Tuttle is going to get up a Bloons and a mauler. And Daniel was actually thinking about sending more blues. Oh my god, he's going to follow it actually up with black balloons. Tuttle just dying to that. Oh my god, that's such a clever rush by Daniel, because he sent those region rainbows at the beginning, and then he saw that Tuttle actually got up the defense almost instantly. And then there's really no point in going for more, because then Tuttle is clearly going to get more up, one more balloon situ or something. But then he waited a while and then decided, now I'm going to send eco, and that messed up Tuttle. It caught him off guard because Tuttle thought And he was right that Bloons and Maul are enough to defend the ball, but not if they are going to distract your Bloons with other balloons at the end. So perfect decision by Daniel. The score is now 1-1. Really good play so far. And Daniel, he's going for Buccaneers. And oh my god, if I'm nostalgic for anything, then it's definitely Buccaneers on Inkblot. I don't know if he's going to go for farms. I mean, it is Daniel. He's really a farmer guy. He's not really a Bloon Eco player, but I don't really mind. So far, the series has been a blast. And I mean, if he goes eco, he goes eco, and that's also so much fun to commentate because I'm an eco player myself, or I have been. And Tuttle, he's going for the what's it called, the ninja strat, which he also used against me when we were playing. Wait, was he actually? Yeah, he was when I played against Tuttle. So Daniel still persisting with these balloons. He's trying to get some lives of Tuttle, and now Tuttle is going to send some layering against Daniel, but really I think it's a bit too late at this point to get Daniel down to the amount of lives you want to, so he needs to over defend for later rushes. And the layering by Tuttle isn't really that good. Like send about 5 to 6 blues and then 2 to 3 sets of pinks, and that's really the most optimal rush you can send against these two boats. So yeah, you might hear me sniff. I don't know why I'm sniffing. Had a bit of a cold. And oh wait, I'm talking about myself, and exactly at that point Daniel is showing his farm, so he is indeed going for farm. So oh my god, good ones. I love it to see farms, especially 2 different strategies. How often does it happen on the King of the Hill channel? Not anymore, because the game is pretty still and meta-ish. So Tuttle decides to actually get up his spray because Daniel sent a couple of blacks, but then he doesn't even send blacks against Daniel. But I mean, yeah, sure, if you send blacks it's not gonna be enough, but some layering. Now Daniel actually got up that sprayer without Tuttle even having to harass him. So Tuttle, he's going to go for the yellows, and Daniel can't afford his ring of fire. Daniel, what are you doing? He actually couldn't afford his ring of fire. Oh my god. Tuttle and I, we thought that was a joke, but he was actually bloody serious. And oh, now Daniel's actually going for a rush. He's going for this region whites, and Tuttle is going to leak to that. He also leaked to AI, and now he's below ceramic range, but freaking god, Daniel at 37 lives. It's really difficult to recover from that, especially because the mortar isn't that good on this map. Region Rainbow Rush is also very deadly, but he does have a good amount of farms, to be fair, so I think that Daniel will be fine. But this is going to make the game again so unpredictable, and Daniel even going for one more farm. And I mean, good call by Daniel, because you need to be greedy in order to make a chance for round 18 and 5th is 20, because otherwise you will get drained. So does he even get up his mortar in time? And please don't let it end with around 12 rush, because that will be very sad. Oh my god, Tuttle, you don't have your camo detection up. What are you doing? If he's going to go all out against you. Okay, now he's going to arrest Daniel. Tuttle, good call, because Daniel really needs to get up that cross nest in order to nullify flaws. Daniel actually leaking 15 lives to that, and Tuttle just got up an extra ninja, and Tuttle played it like a boss, because that's what you want to do, because Daniel can't rush you, because he needs to get up his defense as well. And now we are getting to round 15. Yeah, he needs. Daniel already says it. Really need to be safe around 15. And the thing he needs to do is he needs to get some crow's nest, because if he doesn't have crow's nest, then his boats are going to be so awful. Oh my god! So Daniel is really slow, and Tuttle is going for a rush that we all know it's ladders combined with ceramics. Does Daniel defend this? It doesn't look like Daniel will defend this, and it's the GG. Played like a pro by Tuttle, slowly draining Daniel's lives after that mistake. good round 12 rush, and then finishing it up with one of the most overpowered rushes in the game, which is Let's, followed by Ceramics. It lays just so well, and especially because Daniel didn't have his mortar positioned at the top. Bloons are burned very late, and when they are burned very late, it makes the layering even better and better. So that was Inkblot, and now Tuttle is up 2-1, and I mean, he can take the series if he just defeats Daniel on this map, on A game. And oh, Daniel, they are both actually layering, and Tuttle decides to get up as ninja. And if I just a random fun fact, score 2-1 for Tuttle this series. Tuttle submitted it under the name "Can Daniel end my 7-win streak in King of the Hill?" And the question now becomes, is still unanswered, and I want to know the answer. Can Daniel actually come back from this 2-1, being down 2-1? Because that would be kind of surprising. And Tuttle building up the pressure against Daniel, going for that quick rush on round 4, starting off, forcing Daniel to get up 2-1 ninja, and then can be greedy himself because Daniel doesn't have money to rush and punish Tuttle. So this is what you love to see. Tuttle being that greedy and aggressive bitch the whole series so far. Yeah, and he doesn't even have up his 2-1 ninja and then goes for farm. Tuttle, man. Tuttle, how you play this is just great. This is what you want to see. Now Daniel realizes, shit, I need to arrest Tuttle. But that's too late, man, because Tuttle gets up his 2-0 ninja. And easy peasy defend, a couple of lives, but Tuttle is like, man, I had 150 lives. I don't care if you get 4 lives of me. I already had that farm lead on you. And Tuttle is just flexing right here. He's just like, I'm up to 1 and you're not gonna end my win streak because he's just Tuttle. And then he goes for attack, and Daniel is going to go for the instant rush, and Tuttle does too, so they both have that instant rush. Tuttle does get a sprayer up, and Daniel goes for a double shot, but I didn't notice it, but Daniel actually has a second farm, so he's trying to catch up in farms, or actually in fact take the lead. So I prefer what Tuttle does. The second sprayer is really good because then you can just sell it and get a Ring of Fire. And because you don't want to sell your double shot, because if you sell your double shot then you still need to get up another ninja because you will otherwise die to region whites. So Tuttle, he still didn't even get up any extra farms, and he's going for the yellow rush, and it forces Daniel to get up his Ring of Fire, but I mean, Daniel got it up really late. It looks like it wasn't really necessary, so Tuttle lucky actually that Daniel did kind of overreact right there. So Daniel, he's going for region whites and some yellows, but Tuttle had enough money to get up his Ring of Fire, easy peasy. So that was a bait rush, I would think. Especially the region whites, not a good call. Whites on themselves are already more expensive than yellows, and they are even, yeah, and then you even make them region, which makes them even worse. But okay, here we go. Round 10 is actually coming, and I really hope you don't hear my sniffing. Oh, actually, they both have ninjas in the back, so I don't really expect any rush whatsoever. So maybe for round 11, either player goes for something. Tuttle was being greedy. He actually got up the plantation, and now he gets up his mortar. Tuttle, you need to get up the burning stuff. You don't get up the double shot, mate. That's not good. He's microing his mortar at the end, and Daniel then decides to stop sending zebras. Why, Daniel? Why? He could have killed Tuttle right here. Tuttle being lucky as fuck. He gets up the signal flag again pretty late. Daniel, I mean, I'm more used to the aggressive Daniel, not to this is sending a half rush. Daniel's not dedicated, he's not sharp, he needs to be more sharp. And now they're both having equal farms. Tuttle is here and he's like, Daniel, your rush just failed, so your chances to beat me, they're going down like Bitcoin. Okay, but no, jokes aside, Tuttle does have a low amount of life, so he needs to watch out for round 15. And Daniel then gets up another plantation, and he's like, Tuttle, you're low in lives, you can't be greedy, and I can because I have a high amount of lives. And now Tuttle is being, I think he's going to go for the leads and the ceramics, but Daniel's going to send the ceramics before Tuttle, and Tuttle is going to overreact. He's going to get up a double shot and perfectly defended by Tuttle. And now Daniel, what are you going to do? He's going to get up a 2-2 ninja. Tuttle catching the ceramic at the end, and Daniel's leaking down to 60 lives. Will he actually die to this hit? He's even leaking a couple more lives, but I think that Daniel defended a rush, 2 more lives, and wow. Crazy defend by Tuttle, actually really well done. And now Tuttle sold his double shot and he's going for more ceramics. Shift 9 for the win. Daniel instantly gets up his second Bloons hit. So come on, Daniel. You have 45 lives. Tuttle is almost running out of ceramics to send. And what's he gonna do now? Because Tuttle is here. He has 1 Bloons hit. He does have a bit more eco than Daniel, I think, but really. This is awkward. I mean, Daniel has 2 Bloons hit and he's not going to counter Tuttle, it looks like. He's not selling this Jitsu to go for a rush or anything. Daniel is being patient, and I think Daniel's gonna just knock Tuttle out of the ring next round, just being like, I have so much more money than you because you wasted a lot on defense and on your rush. But to be fair, the biggest mistake were the lads, because the lads were otherwise 3 extra ceramics. And now we are around 18. Tuttle is sending that Moab against Daniel, and I mean, I can't imagine that Daniel's not going to go for a kind of Moab. So Daniel actually sent that Moab before Tuttle, so Tuttle needs to react. He's waiting with selling his Ring of Fire. It looks like he sold his mortar and his Ring of Fire, and then he gets up a Sabotage Appliance, but Daniel already got up the Sabotage Appliance. He's now going to get up a, how do you call it, the Bloons Zitsu. He's now going to get up a mortar as well, but why would you get up a mortar? Daniel defended that Moab, it looks like. He has all of his defense. Tuttle, what are you going to do? He distracts all the ceramics, oh my freaking god! What a lucky motherfucker is Tuttle. Will Tuttle actually pull it off to the fence? He needs to get up a Ring of Fire or anything. Daniel's now going to go for the false corner ceramics. The AI is actually Sabotage Appliance. One ceramic is getting through, and the AI, that's GG for Tuttle. He held on for so long. Wow. And also great play by Daniel. He actually defended it more without really hurting his defense at all, and they're now both saying this is King of the Hill worthy content, and I mean Super Jump Bamba worthy content. I mean, this is needed. This is just the greatest kind of content I've seen in years. I don't even know why nobody commentated this jam back in 2015, because like, let me know in the comments what you think of the series so far. I think this is one of the greatest series I have ever seen. Really underappreciated. I hope this skyrockets above Lost Series views, because this is clearly content wise much better than Mo vs Smurfblade. With all my respect, Mo Rusty, Smurf Rusty. And this is what you really want to see, in my opinion. And this is what you want to see with King of the Hill 2021, if it ever comes. This kind of intensity, this kind of good plays by both players, but then we have it with clearly more advanced meta. So it's Temple, and if anything, Temple is one of the best maps to end on. I mean, indoor pools is probably the best. Old school indoor pools, then, not new school. New school sucks as fuck. And Daniel was making fun of Tuttle Space Blues. I mean, you can make fun of it, Daniel. You're 2-2. Are you going to come back and clutch it? Kill Tuttle's 7 win streak. Daniel already got up his farm, and Tuttle now stopped sending eco. His causes in the left bottom, and then gets up the farm. Another farm versus farm. Oh my god, I'm starting to actually run out of breath, because this series has been breathtaking. Also a lot of good choices for map wise, short maps, medium sized maps. So I was actually talking about King of the Hill content and then King of the Hill 2021. Will it come is the question you may have. And the answer to that is, I honestly don't think King of the Hill 2021 is going to happen. Not at least in the same way that it has happened in the past, like with ranking and challenging. But I might actually decide to go for a couple of tournaments. like a grand tournament, flash invitation tournament, and we will probably upload it on this channel. At least as far as I don't run out of motivation to commentate. And we do have a couple of players who are still sort of playing battles. And for the guys who actually don't know this so far, we do have a King of the Hill Discord. So if you want to stay updated about these kind of things or know how active the community is, I can tell you it's not really active, but at least if you would tag people in it or say something, then you will get a couple of responses. So I will talk about the Discord later more, but now we can see that Tuttle is actually going for a rush. He's going for the region blacks, and Daniel gets up at 2-1 ninja. Very well done, Daniel. Well, if Daniel's not going to counter, then Smurfblade kind of profited from that small rush. Doesn't look like Daniel's going to punish it. He's going to take that huge farm lead right here. So that's good, that's interesting, and that's what I wanted to see. So one last thing I wanted to tell about Discord. We have the Discord, link should be in the description if you want to join and hang out with other people. You can learn more about modding, because we will do some modding releases and stuff like that. And we might even do a King of the Hill chess tournament in the future, because there are quite a lot of people in King of the Hill who play chess. And now we can see a rush, but Tuttle is going to be the region lads. Then Daniel gets up his bony stuff. He's microing his mortar to the end, but he should be microing his mortar to the beginning. Oh my god, Daniel, please don't choke it here. He's getting a ninja up in the back. He's going to then get up another ninja, and he's going to get up a frag bomb. Tuttle is persisting with his region Zebras, but he now stopped it. Oh my god, and Daniel's down to 40 lives. So a camel region Zebras, that's not going to do anything, because Daniel got up a signal flare. Oh my god, Daniel, why? Why? What's going to happen now? Daniel's still up in the farms. 101 farm. Tuttle is going to go for a region Rainbow Rush. Daniel does have the bigger blast. Does he micro his mortar? He does. And he gets up a couple of cannons in the back. And he defends that with 3 lives. 3 lives? Oh my god. Daniel, motherfucker. Defending it like that, man. That's so clutch. What on earth? So he's so lucky at this point, and Tuttle is now going to go for the region metals and then the ceramics, but then Daniel is going for the region Zebras ceramics, and oh my god, Daniel gets up the Bloons TD instantly in defense there, no life lost, easy peasy. He also has up a triple cluster bomb. I mean, if Tuttle goes all up with a camo exploit, then he might be able to catch Daniel off guard, but otherwise, and also Smurf, why do I keep saying Smurf? Tuttle, you don't have a lot of farms, man, and you're also down a cluster. You're down like 3 farms and a cluster bomb on Daniel. This is not good. And then he also has that bigger blast on his mortar. The only thing Daniel doesn't have is a high amount of life, so Tuttle can be greedy. And honestly, the only way that I see Tuttle winning this is if he is actually able to defend a Moab without really having to sell his farm. That's the only way I see Tuttle win this game, but I don't know. Daniel would be smart if he just tries to actually defend and not go for a rush, because if he goes for a rush, then he's hurting his eco, and Tuttle can afford to lose some lives. And Daniel now got up the Mauler with frag bomb to be extra safe, and I think that's a good decision by Daniel. So what is Tuttle gonna do? Because he needs to do anything. I think he needs to kill off Daniel right here. So he's going to go for the Moab. And Daniel does have the infrastructure, to be fair. But Daniel points his mortar a bit low. He gets up a second Mauler. He plays it very defensively, and I do agree with that. Now Tuttle is going for camo ceramics, but he does have a Bloons TD, so it's very late, and Tuttle is getting desperate. He doesn't know. He wants to kill Daniel, but he doesn't know how to. And now Daniel, if you just send one Moab against Tuttle, he is forced to sell his farm. And he does! He does! What a great play! Tuttle gets up his Mauler, but it's way too late. Does Tuttle decide to sell his farm? He does indeed, but that's not really good, because that Bloons TD clearly distracted all of the ceramics. I mean, even if it didn't, I don't think Tuttle would have died here there. So he could have just saved He could have just saved his farm there. And I mean, round 20, it's so short. You would have gotten so many more farms. And now Tunnel sold his Blue Situ and went for a Sabotage Appliance. And now he's going for a double more up and Region Ceramics. Oh my god, the AI ceramics are getting in, and Tuttle does still have the Saber running. Does he go for another Saber? No, he doesn't. He goes for a Bloon Situ, and now Daniel is going to get up a Cluster Bomb and a Bloon Impact, and that Bloon Situ is not doing good, and that's the end for Tuttle's 7-win streak. GG, well played. What a series, what a games, what a way for Daniel coming back from a 2-1 and being down 2-1, then clutching it with a 3-2 victory. I'm so happy I was able to commentate the series, and I hope you've enjoyed this series. If you want to stay updated about King of the Hill, then be sure to check out the Discord, link in the description. Once again, I hope you've enjoyed the series, and I hope to see you back next week, and peace out.